Good evening. I'm really excited. It had been a little while since I had ordered from Tavor. I had moved and I had a bunch of stuff going on and surgery and what, right? Um, and I I don't even remember what prompted me. There was some beer that came through, and I was like, oh, well, clearly I have to buy this. And then I bought a couple more. And so I'm really excited to have gotten an order from Tavor. And some of the things that I picked up were. Think of what that word is. My goodness, Scotch ales, called wee heavies in Scotland. One of my most favorite styles of beer. So I picked up Silver City Brewing Company or Silver City Brewery. Fat Woody Scotch Ale. This is a limited series. I almost feel indulgent drinking it here at night by myself, but I mean, here we are. This is a fat Scotch ale aged on American white oak. It's a smoky malt profile with smooth vanilla-like character of the wood. It has nugget and cascade hops. It has Northwest Pale, Munich caramel, peated, and black malt. It's at 25 IBUs and 9.2% alcohol by volume. So let's take a look at this bad boy. I think that this is the one that I was super excited about getting. Ouch. Hold on. Can't do it with that hand. Okay. I just surge poured a beer, and now I'm just like, aggressive pour for everything. Okay. Oh, wow. Wow. I'm just going to hang out and smell this beer all day. Interestingly enough, as it kind of the aroma wafted by me, I got a little hint of banana. But when I got in to smell it up close, that's not necessarily the case. It might have been more vanilla. It definitely has that hint at something kind of sweet, like a deep sweetness, kind of, which is very interesting. Also has a little hint of fruitiness, which is also very interesting. Those aren't necessarily characteristics I was expecting to pick up out of here. So it poured a little heady. Looks like it's already dissipating down. And you can see that this is going to leave a lot of lacing as the volume in the glass is reduced. So, a little hint of alcohol also as I in the aroma, which is interesting. Sorry, I had hairs that are doing crazy things. All right, let's take a drink. Huh. It's really interesting, your expectations of something. Um, I had a lot of expectations for this beer. I expected it to be really aggressive, very oaky, and I'm on the fence about that. Because I'm not super excited about really, really oaky beers. This beer is not super oaky. And so that's really great to hear. I was worried oak-aged Scotch ale, I was a little worried when I read the bottle that it was going to be a little too oaky for me, but this is not. It doesn't seem to have taken over this beer at all. This beer is almost sweet. Almost sweet. It has a very coating kind of mouthfeel to it, but it's kind of peaty and almost chocolatey. It's just like this swirl of deep, dark flavors, kind of. Very, very balanced, but very mild. This beer is so mild in its flavor. And then at 9.2%, offers just a little hint of alcohol in the flavor. So smooth. It's almost like not drinking anything at all. And then you're like, oh, there's alcohol in there. Okay. This is probably one of the smoothest beers I have ever had in my life. And by smooth, just like unassuming. Um, you know, um, and I don't want to use the word bland because that has a negative connotation to it, but it's just really, really mellow and flavored. Um, uh, it does give you a nice hint at the maltiness and the peatiness that you would expect out of a Scotch ale, but not as bold as I'm used to. Hmm. Very, very interesting beer. And I drank a milk stout right before pouring this, and I wonder if that's not going to influence my opinion of its flavor. And I'll actually probably have my roommate take a drink of it and see her thoughts on it too. Did she think it was really mild, or did she think it was delightfully dark and amazing? Um, so this beer, like I said, is Silver City Brewery Fat Woody Scotch Ale. It's an oak aged Scotch ale, aged in American white oak. Um, Again, 25 IBUs and 9.2% alcohol by volume. So I'm very curious if you've had this beer before. Did you also feel like it was very mild and smooth? I'm very curious about that. Most of the time I'm really into Scotch ale because it's very malty and complex and dark. And this is just mild in a way that I was not expecting. So share with me. I would love to hear your thoughts on this beer. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good night.